I'm going to completely clean this tile roof and tell you exactly how you can do the same safely. This can go really badly if you try to soft wash some of these roofs. Some of these are what's called skip-sheeted. In other words, there is no roofing paper and there is no plywood underneath each of these tiles. So if you spray in the wrong spot, you can end up getting bleach, sodium hypochlorite, all down in the actual house. That's going to be expensive if you're bleaching out people's couches. So the only real way to do this safely for the roof, for the house, is to use a brush and a scraper tool. This was the worst tile roof that I have ever had to clean just because of how much moss was actually growing up on there. Typically, it won't grow on the face of the tile like that, but in this case, there was some there, so we had to use brooms to brush all of that stuff off. And then we go in between each and every single tile on the roof. This is the channels of each tile. We use a 15-in-1 paint scraper tool. This is just, they're like $5 at Home Depot. This will clean all of the moss out of the channels. This is the tedious part, but it's what makes these roofs come out so incredibly good once you're done with them. After we get done with our scraping, we'll end up going and using a steel wire brush, and this is to get all of the moss from on the very bottom of the tile. So this stuff, it comes off really easy. This is a Monair tile, so this stuff, it's the super bumpy stuff. Sometimes on flat tile, it's super easy. We can literally zip tie one of these brushes to a like broomstick, and then we can just walk sideways on the roof, and this will completely remove all of that. The trim tiles up along the edge and up along the ridge, that stuff can be really annoying too, but that's why this ended up being over $3,000 just to get this whole roof done. This was a very large roof. It was somewhere in the neighborhood of 2,500 to 3,000 square feet, but we got it cleaned. Customer was super stoked with it and got a great review from it.